I'm Richard Bacon, hello.
Hello, Richard Bacon, and I am Amanda Barham, and it's Wednesday. Wednesday is neither here nor there.
And I'll tell you what I've done today. I've done today, and I don't want to get it off on too shallow a note. What I've done is I'm showing some chest hair today. But I'm showing a bit more today because I've got a shirt. It hangs a bit lower, and I just thought that maybe if I do you hear it? Amanda, you went quite low there. You actually...
Quite purposely, Richard, yes.
You rubbed my right nipple.
Absolutely. Why not?
Quite enjoyable.
If not, why not?
What I would say is, I just hope it increases my fan base, and I think it's worked. Hello, welcome to the show.
Yes, indeed. Let's tell them all what's coming up on today's Big Breakfast.
Yeah.
Up next, our Family of the Week, the Mallanders give us their latest rural report from the front line of foot and mouth.
OK, thank you. At 7:15, get this, folks, I ignore foot and mouth. I saddle up and I ride into the sunset on a mechanical horse.
Yeah! Lucky you. At 7:30, we meet the woman who says foot and mouth has stopped aliens making crop circles.
Oh. It's a foot and mouth special! But right now, that's the menu. There's a lot more in the show than that, I can tell you. We've got the usual snap crackle, lots of showbiz.
So much more that I can't remember.
Some chest hair.
And more of Richard Bacon's chest hair.
Yes. Now, though, we're going live, as ever, to ITN to join Jasmine Lowson. No chest hair on her.
Thank goodness. How do you know?
She does have a bit of armpit hair. Let's talk about it after the news. Here is the news and weather.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 9th of May. The Battle of the Ballot begins, Champions League sends Leeds United off, and the big cat of Cricklewood. Today sees the first full day of party campaigning ahead of the general election. In the bizarre setting of a girls' school, Tony Blair confirmed one of the worst-kept secrets in history yesterday, announcing the 7th of June as the big day, as well as outlining his hopes.
It is not just to win your vote. It is to win your heart and your mind.
The Conservatives were quick off the blocks.
We're going to campaign very clearly, very positively, very confidently. We're not sidetracked or put off in any way by opinion polls or anything else.
As were the Liberal Democrats.
We are going to put the Liberal Democrats' quality service delivery in the public sector at the heart of our campaign.
Almost 1,000 cattle have been earmarked for culling to stop foot and mouth from spreading to Exmoor in Somerset. The farmer in charge of the animals is vowing to fight the cull. Meanwhile, the TUC is calling for a cut in interest rates to counteract the economic effects of the epidemic. The son of train robber Ronnie Biggs has denied his father returned to Britain to take advantage of its health care. Biggs, who suffered 3 strokes, is in Belmarsh Prison's healthcare centre. He's said to be in need of specialist treatment.
At the age of 71, and fearing that the end of his life is closed, he has chosen to voluntarily return to this country. This decision was contrary to my wishes, and neither myself nor his family and friends in Brazil can talk him out of it. I'm sorry. Please continue.
Nicole Kidman's filed for a restraining order against a man she's claimed is stalking her. She says 40-year-old Los Angeles resident Matthew E. Hooker has threatened her. According to court papers, he wants to serenade her, tutor her children and marry her before running for US president. Here's the sport. Leeds United's amazing Champions League run came to an end last night in the semi-final against Valencia. The shaven-headed Yorkshireman went behind to Sanchez's controversial opener after 15 minutes. But there were no doubts about his second just after the restart, with Mendieta soon adding a third. Only Alan Smith let United down on the night, getting himself sent off for a shameless challenge. Real Madrid face an uphill task when they meet Bayern Munich in tonight's European Cup semi-final second leg. They're 1-0 down on aggregate from last week's tie and have been suffering their worst form in a number of months. Tonight's victors will meet last night's Leeds destroyers Valencia in the final on May the 23rd. Here's the weather. Temperatures will reach a high of 17 Celsius in Glasgow, a cool 13 in Hull. Expect a dry and bright start in most parts this morning, with some isolated showers in South Wales. Later there'll be cloud over central and western regions, but most places will remain dry. Here's the 5-day forecast. Scotland and Northern Ireland will see plenty of sunshine as temperatures reach the 20s. Northern and central regions will also be dry and bright, but temperatures will dip next week. And in the south, a balmy weekend gives way to a stormy Monday. Animal handlers spent 6 hours in a North London garden capturing a wild lynx. Experts from London Zoo, who thought they'd find a large cat hiding in the undergrowth, found a 2-foot-tall European lynx prowling around Cricklewood. Local residents had thought they'd seen a leopard. Close enough. That's all for now. I'll have more at 7:30.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Jasmine.
Thanks. Show us your armpit then.
Come on, man.
Show us your pits.
I don't think viewers are really that interested.
Well, I think you're wrong. I don't know if you were watching yesterday at this time, but Jasmine said I was pasty and pale. I took that really badly.
Did you go sunbathing yesterday, Richard?
No, I didn't. No, I'm not bowing to your suggestions like that. I refuse.
Healthy. It's good
Just
for you.
expect
You
from
need
now on
vitamin D.
for me to have a laugh at your expense.
You're
Jasmine.
getting bitchy, Rachel.
No, I'm going to be... You know I like Jasmine Lawson.
Yes, I do, yes.
Jasmine, did you fill in your census form?
I was on holiday.
That's no excuse.
She wasn't here on the 29th. She doesn't have to fill it in.
Of course, yes, rubbish.
That's true.
Everyone has to fill in a census
No,
form.
not unless you were here on the 29th.
So you're on holiday, they're not bothered about people. They do a census of everyone who's a great
Yeah.
say, if you're on holiday, it doesn't matter.
I wasn't here on the 29th.
That's nonsense.
It's not. It's not true.
Jasmine, I suggest...
Thank you, Richard.
I suggest
Mr. Politics.
you're going to have a man... Yeah, but if you haven't filled in your form, a man called an enumerator will come round and get it.
Oh,
Come
I'll be
round and get you.
enumerated.
Yes, you will. Jasmine, I'll talk to you later.
Thanks,
Okay,
Jazz.
bye.
Turn her off. Okay.
Sheaves of wheat.
So I'm trying to fill in my census form, right? And has my voice gone today?
No, it's right there.
I don't know what I did chat yesterday, and I was driving along in my car yesterday. A bunch of 3 kids who are about 7 years old, something like that. They threw a stone at my car. And it hit the side panel, so I slammed on the brake, got out of the car, and they ran for their lives. What can you do then?
They must not be a fan of your work.
No, probably not.
I'll get him for you, Rich.
I find it hard to believe that anyone... So they threw it, and it's particularly galling when you drive a high-performance sports vehicle.
Do you drive a convertible 2-seater red thing?
Mercedes, that's okay.
No!
No, I sound like a real fool now. Such a typical presenter car. OK, anyway, now
Census.
I'm trying to fill in my census form, and our editor, Jeremy, was just saying, oh, they're really easy. I find it quite hard work. Quite a tedious thing to do. Here, listen to this. How many rooms do you have in your household, right? Do not count bathrooms, toilet halls or landings. Do count kitchens, living rooms and bedrooms. Now, I would say there's a few grey areas there.
There are a few grey areas.
What about conservatories?
Yeah. What about walk-in wardrobes?
Yes.
You walk into the wardrobe, it's a room.
I mean, I've got a cupboard that's like kind of quite a tall cupboard, and you can walk into that as well. That's that's kind of a cupboard stroke room. Yeah. So do I count that as a room or not?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for clearing that up. It really is as simple as that. And this is the census form
long-winded, aren't they?
of our producer Trudy, and
She's over there.
just the 1 O level, Trudy. Oh dear.
She's gonna kill you.
Yeah, I mean, she was the producer of the bigger breakfast. And to be honest, you don't need many qualifications for that. OK, anyway, there's the census. The reason we're telling you that is...
Because you can get fined, can't
you
you?
can get fined by
if
an
you don't hand
enumerator. And the thing has got to be returned today, otherwise they will come knocking at your door. Could you get that out of my sight? Thank you very much. Now, we're out of time on the feature we call Talking Points, Amanda. Which means now it's time for something that's got our seal of approval. It's our first-class family of the week.
The monsters were quite scary, the Hair Bear bunch were hairy, but they're just ordinary, our family of the week.
Hi, we're the Mander family from Eckington in Derbyshire.
Here's Jessica, who is 9 years old. Her dream is to skate at the Olympics. Charlotte is just 13. and she can't get off a mobile phone. Kevin is a builder and he's an amazing cook. He sometimes regrets this. And as for me...
Neville's name is Delise. She's an excellent hairdresser. She has to take the skates at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, yes, it is now time for our Family of the Week. Would you please give it up for the Mallanders from Derbyshire? Good morning, guys. How are we today?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, good.
Fine.
I'm very well, thank you. This is the first time anybody's asked me that. Yes, thank you. You're my favourite Family of the Week. Ever. We've only had 2, but you're still my favourite. How was yesterday?
It was all right. It
Yeah?
was a nice day out.
Remind us all again where you went. Where did you go, Charlotte?
New Forest.
New Forest.
New Forest. What was in New Forest? Cars. In fact, it was the Beaulieu National Motor Museum. Beaulieu. Hang on a second, that's a French word, is it not? Oh, for goodness sake. Well, anyway, crashing on. And according to the official word from the government, the foot and mouth crisis is now well and truly behind us, apparently. And the countryside is open for business. But what we want to find out is whether this is true or not. So all week we're asking you to carry out a consumer test and find out which areas are perfectly safe to visit. Now, I'm presuming that the Beaulieu National Motor Museum was riveting, was it?
No.
What, was it just cars?
I found it interesting.
The Motor Museum was riveting. It was very nice at the Motor Museum, but there was hardly anybody there.
There was, which brings us on to our open board. Linton, enter please. So each day, what we're doing each day is we're adding your findings on a different part of the country to our open board, as we see behind us. And at the end of the week, we should know whether or not our Prime Minister speaks the truth. The first criteria on our open board, as we see, is optimism. So how did you find the people in New Forest? Were they optimistic? About Jessica, were they optimistic?
The taxi driver wasn't it?
Yes, they were. Very optimistic. Mom, were they optimistic?
The taxi driver wasn't.
Right. But they never are, really, are they?
No. But she says that, I mean, there was nobody there. There was a few French there. There was a few
French people.
There was a few French people there.
Well, of course, it's Beaulieu. Oui, Beaulieu. OK, so do you have any evidence of this?
Yes, there's a French couple, actually, with the optimism.
Yes, thank you, Linton. Hairy armpits. OK, very optimistic. What would we give... but hang on a second, they're French people. They're not people of New Forest.
No.
Which completely defeats the purpose of that entire bit. So
there was hardly anybody else there.
OK, so that is a naught, I think. Thank you, Linton. Zero. OK, next up is picnicability. Did you...
There was plenty of picnic areas because there were nobody there.
Right, OK. So the evidence of that?
Well, as the photograph shows,
it's completely empty. Yes.
Yeah.
We've got a still store that. There you go. Absolutely empty. So picnicability then 4 or 5?
2.
OK.
He hated it.
Next up is easy access. Of course you all love easy access. Were you able to move about freely?
Yes.
You were.
As long as we stuck to the roads.
Right, OK.
Couldn't get
OK, so you
footpath was closed.
No! Were there any blockages?
Yes.
Plenty of blockages.
Plenty of blockages. OK. So do we have any evidence of easy access then?
There should be the
photograph there.
Can we have a still store? There we go. Oh, very easy access. Okay. Again, it looks riveting. OK, what do you give it out of 5 then, guys?
A 4?
We'll give it a 4 for easy access, OK. And finally is number of tourists. How many people were there out and about sightseeing New Forest?
Frenchies.
Lots of Frenchies.
There was a French tour and probably the British you could have counted on one hand.
OK, so you're giving it...
3.
3, OK. Do we have evidence of this? Can we have a still store?
Yeah.
There it is. Thank you very much. So, I give it 3. What's the total, Linton? Someone get Linton his calculator.
9.
So, all in all, it was pretty disastrous then. What wasn't great, no?
No. The area is beautiful.
Okay.
And apparently Bewley say that they're doing well because everywhere else is shut.
Okay, well, we'll believe them. Millions wouldn't. Okay, we'll go to the family map now and see where you're going today. Can we have the family map, please?
Where's the bee? The Maldives.
Staffordshire. Oh, how nice. Have you been to Staffordshire before?
Sure, it's just been there.
You've just been to Staffordshire?
Yes. Oops.
Yeah. Okay, so you're staying behind. What did you think of it when you were there before?
Was it Alton Towers?
It was, yeah.
It was
Yes.
what?
It was Alton Towers.
Alton Towers. Oh, Alton Towers is actually very nice, but you can't go there today. But do have a lovely day. We will look forward to hearing about all of it tomorrow and discovering, of course, just how open the British countryside really is. Now, after the break, Richard meets the ban on moving horses by mounting a mechanical one. But right now, you're watching The Big Breakfast.
Yes.
My last night in the States. And here we were, riding home from the concert in a carriage with no air. Then it hit me. I was gonna miss this lot. It was one of the best nights of my life. And I didn't want the journey to end.
If you're 16 or over and looking for a new challenge, the Army offers a range of career training opportunities. Further education is just one of them. If you've got what it takes, take it further. Call 08457 300 111 and ask for your free video and Army Further Education pack.
Welcome back to The Big Breakfast. Just to give you a bit of geography, because I know you enjoy it. There's the lock. And also, to my left, The Big Breakfast House. Oh, a lot of fun. And the garden as well. Welcome back. Now, if you happened to be watching last week, you may have seen me under hypnosis. I was pretending to ride a horse. That's why I'm in this gear. I'll put the hat on. Now, if you missed it, fear not, because here's another chance to see my mesmerising performance. Thank you very much. It was a cup, it was a winner, wasn't it, that? Now, inspired by Zara Phillips' campaign to get people into the saddle, I've decided to get ahead of the game. So here's one horse which is able to move around the countryside. Ladies and gentlemen, Trigger! And now, oh, she's a beauty! Look at this. It's lovely, but not only that, ladies and gentlemen, Trigger's owner is here. We've sort of glammed this up. It's a bit like TFI, you know, we're trying to make it very exciting. So please welcome her owner, Diana Rhodes! Diana! Put your arms up, put your arms up. That's nice. That was elegant. Very dignified. Thank you very much. And welcome to Channel 4's Big Breakfast.
Thank you very much.
Why do people want to get in? Why do you want to get more people in the saddle?
Duke National Riding Festival is all about getting more people riding. Duke National Riding Festival, all about getting more people riding. 2.4 million people do it anyway, burns 400 calories an hour, great sport.
OK, we've got one of our more popular crew members who's simulating horse riding during this interview. OK, now I can't ride. How will riding this sort of mechanical horse help? Oh, he's doing ever so well. How will this mechanical horse help improve my riding?
Well, Trigger may be mechanical, but he's the perfect cantering horse, something you probably want to do straight away, but it will take a bit of time to get up there.
I'd love to do a perfect canter.
He will. You'll do a perfect canter on Trigger.
What I'm going to do now, then, is we're going to simulate some of the more basic moves. So for now, I'm going to leave the whip over there. And if you just say, before I get on the horse, because it would be dangerous not to have gone through these basics.
Absolutely,
This is something you did before surfing. You simulate it on the beach.
You need to go to BHS or ABLS riding school and
There's
do
no need
these
for plugs,
basics.
Diana. There really isn't. You get you here, you know, with good intentions, with the best will in the world, and you go and do that. So, now, tell us what to do.
OK, the horse is here then.
Yep.
Put your arms out like this. Closer, closer. You're riding a horse about this wide.
Right, OK.
Like that.
Yeah.
Hold them like that. Shoulders up a bit. You don't know this, Richard. You know
The thing is, horses frighten me. I know it's only a mechanical one, but...
don't be a wimp. Don't be a wimp.
Go on.
So thumbs down like that.
Yeah.
And there you go. Start riding.
How's that?
Yeah.
How's this?
Bit fast, bit
What
fast,
is
slower.
is this a gentle walk, Diana?
No, that's a trot.
It's a trot?
Yeah.
So the jargon is trot?
Trot.
OK.
And
then what?
canter.
OK, so do
Okay,
it...
keep still.
Faster!
Put your buttons in. Oh, you're galloping.
Is this a canter?
Put still a canter.
Okay.
Go forward a bit.
How's
You want
that?
to gallop? Look up, look up. There you go.
Now, I want to-
Perfect.
Diana, I want to do a full gallop. Now, I need you to do it with me, otherwise it's not much fun.
Okay.
So you do a canter, first of all. That's rubbish.
It's very difficult without your horse.
Do
You're
I do it?
better.
Oh, I can do it.
Yeah. okay.
Go deeper with your backside. Go further down, that's it. OK, now take me to a full gallop, will you?
Okay, lean forward.
Yeah.
Look up.
Yeah.
And go.
Is that a genuine good practice for riding a real life horse?
Yeah, you shouldn't kick it so hard, but it's a great canter.
But did I do quite well?
You did very well.
Thanks very much.
Round of
Thanks very much. I know I enjoyed the item. I hope you did at home as well. Now, thank you very much, Diana. I'm going to read a card. I feel ready to try out the real thing next.
Yeah, how was your riding session there? I didn't see it. I was talking to Ben outside.
Well, you should have been watching. You should
I
watch every
was
single
speaking
item.
to the executive producer of the show,
I
Richard.
don't care who you were speaking to. You know, the truth is, you should always look at other people's items on the show. It was all right. I've ridden faster. I've ridden bigger beasts than that.
Okay. Interesting.
You're going to go do your link.
All right, after the break, we meet the woman who blames foot and mouth for the alarming decrease in Britain's crop circles. Plus, we'll bring you the best political merchandise that your money can purchase.
I mean, of course, naturally, aliens are put off by foot and mouth. Of course they are.
Of course they are. I knew
but
that.
right now, you're watching The Big Breakfast. It's the people's breakfast.
Hi, I'm Toby Skelton, and this is my friend, Charlie. New Danone Active is bottled water with calcium. Mum says it's good for my bones. Danone Active helps me get the calcium I need. But as for Charlie, he hasn't got any.
Danone Active. It's got calcium, but it's still water. For just £14.99 a month, you can enjoy a unique doorway to a whole new world that AOL are making simpler, faster, and easier to use for everyone. So without any more costly telephone bills, you can go wherever you want, whenever you want. And if you're not a member yet, we've got something special for you.
Now you can try AOL for absolutely nothing. Just call 0800 237 237 for your completely free trial pack.
£25. 25 quid? 25 quid. 25 quid. 25 quid? 25 quid? 25 bleeding quid before I've made a chopping go!
See Red, then see Virgin Mobile. We don't charge line rental, even on monthly bills.
If this is what the cost of car insurance looks like to you, maybe you should talk to the Admiral.
I don't like the look of that! There, that's cut it down to size.
If you're looking for cheaper car insurance, call the Admiral now. 0800 600 800.
It's worth a try.
0800 600 800. If you're looking for cheaper car insurance, call the Admiral now.
It's worth a try.
0800 600 800.
Welcome back to the Big Breakfast. Yes, it is Wednesday, the 9th of May. I'm Amanda Byram. This is Richard Bacon. And like I say, Wednesdays, neither here nor there.
Yes, yes.
Are they?
No, you keep saying this. I think Wednesdays are very enjoyable myself.
Do you?
I'm going to take... I've got to return a rug to Wembley today.
What?
Which... I'm not going to bore you with any more of the anecdotes. I need very much a rock and roll lifestyle.
He stuck it down his chest.
Oh, Amanda, you're just being silly now. It is nice to draw attention to my chest hair. Welcome back.
I try and cover mine up, personally.
You know we're told to take out all these metaphors, but there's one here. It says, still to come on this morning's overstuffed club sandwich of a show. OK, and do the grams, please.
Thank you very much. After the news, we talked to a woman who believes that aliens have stopped making crop circles due to foot and mouth prices.
OK, thank you. She's on. She's on. That's next.
She said no.
What?
Did you say no?
I don't believe that. It's a possibility.
Oh, it's only a possibility. Who's researched that item?
Listen, we've got the interview later. 7:40, we check out what's hot in the world of election merchandise. That's quite good, sorry. I'm a bit tired. And also the answer, don't worry about that. But listen, merchandise later of William Hague, including a cap and a chocolate lolly. That should be nice.
At 7:45, we say here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, as we get an update on how the weakest link is doing stateside.
OK. Plus an update on outbreaks of posh in the nation's press in the run-up to her album release. All that coming up. I wish I'd never done that club sandwich thing. It was rubbish, wasn't it? I didn't write it.
You didn't write it, though.
Certainly
it's okay,
didn't. OK, but now, though, we're going back live to ITN to join Jasmine Lowson with the news and the weather.
Good morning. These are the main stories on Wednesday, the 9th of May. Why bother with election apathy? Tom hankers for some space, and Hasselbank leaves Liverpool 0-1. With the general elections set for June the 7th, Britain's preparing for the first full day of campaigning. And it seems politicians have their work cut out for them. Labour's Tony Blair, Tory leader William Hague and the Liberal Democrats' Charles Kennedy have all expressed concern over voter apathy. Lack of enthusiasm for the leaders could mean the lowest general election turnout since the end of the First World War.
I think people should vote for what they genuinely think, and if there's no one there, then they shouldn't bother. It's as simple as that. Why should you elect someone who doesn't represent you? Why should you elect someone who doesn't share your aspirations, or doesn't share your vision of the world? Why should you bother doing that?
The first major opinion poll since the general election was called finds the government way out in front. The NOP poll puts Labour on 51%, 20 points ahead of the Conservatives. The Liberal Democrats have 13%. The jury in the trial of the man accused of murdering Jill Dando were told about forensic evidence linking Barry George to the death of the TV presenter. The prosecution claims traces of the gun used in the murder were found in the defendant's coat pocket. Beach strollers in France have stumbled upon more than the usual mix of seashells and seaweed. 61-kilo packets of cocaine have been found by walkers near Biarritz since Friday. The bags are thought to have been dumped off a ship during a customs search. Dennis Tito's recent adventure in orbit looks set to spark off a new trend in Hollywood. Keen to be the first celebrity cosmonaut is Apollo 13 star Tom Hanks, who's said to be fanatical about space exploration. Titanic director James Cameron is also apparently keen to give it a shot. Here's the sport. Liverpool must beat Charlton to make it to the Champions League next season. Their quest suffered a setback last night when they drew 2-2 with Chelsea. Owen twice put the Reds ahead, the last after a frantic scramble in the box. But he was matched by Chelsea's Hasselbank, who silenced Anfield with this 40-yard strike. There's fears a knee injury could prevent England forward Lawrence Delallier from joining the Lions tour to Australia. He was forced to quit at half-time with the injury during Wasps' defeat by Bath in the Premiership playoff semi-final on Sunday. Here's a look at the weather. Temperatures should range from 17 in Glasgow to 13 in Hull. Most places will be fine and sunny today with the odd cloud break. By late afternoon, western and eastern fringes may see some rain. That's it for now. I'll have more at 8.
Thank you. Oh, some music. Thank you very much. Unexplained, vaguely spooky, apparently useless. No, not our leading politicians. Ha ha. but the great British tradition of crop circles. And here to tell us why they haven't been appearing this year is Carol Cochrane. Hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Carol, welcome to the show. First of all, tell us what's your connection with crop circles?
Well, I'm actually the chairman of the Centre for Crop Circle Studies currently. We've been studying the phenomenon of crop circles for 11 years.
OK, thank you very much. Congratulations. So, Carol, how many crop circles have you seen this year?
None so far.
None so far.
No,
how many would you... Go on.
Perhaps it is a little bit late. We should maybe see about 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Right.
At this stage.
OK, 4 or 5 by now. In what regions do you tend to see them? Where do they appear most?
Mostly in Britain, we would be looking at Wiltshire, Hampshire.
Yeah. Wiltshire's a lovely area, isn't it?
But all over this country, and also it's not just a great British tradition. It's a global phenomenon. It's affecting. Over many 30 or more countries. OK,
thank you very much. Well, we've got some picture of crop circles here. We're going to have a look at a couple of these different crop circles. Now, this is from 16th of September last year. This is in Wiltshire.
That's right.
Where is that?
That's the old village of Shaw.
Is that near Shepton Mallet?
No, no, that's much further west. That's
I'm just talking rubbish.
That one was really quite beautiful.
OK. That's very attractive, isn't it? It's good. Who do you think made that?
The higher intelligence that I believe is behind the whole phenomenon, Whatever form that may be, it could well be, of an extraterrestrial origin. It's not implausible, It's a very rational and reasonable hypothesis these days.
I see what you're saying. What I'm trying to say, Carol, is, you were talking to me earlier, you were saying you're not sure it's aliens, and yet you say it's a higher intelligence. What is the difference? I don't know what you mean.
Well, a much more advanced intelligence than we humans currently employ. So I would say, personally, my view is that we're dealing with something which may well be of an extraterrestrial source. We don't know.
Okay.
But it's tantalising, and because science.
But by higher intelligence, you mean surely you mean extraterrestrial, do you not?
I could be meaning that.
Well, what else could you mean? If you don't mean that, you mean higher intelligence, and you don't mean alien. What are the other options? What could it be?
Okay, well, other options. That's perhaps my particular view, but there are a lot of theories.
Your view is it's aliens.
If you like, I'll be prepared to say
what else could be higher
that.
intelligence but not an alien?
Well, dolphins, yeah, but I don't think dolphins are doing it.
To be honest, it's unlikely to be
Richard.
dolphins.
Unlikely to be dolphins.
Yeah.
Just for a minute, just for a minute, just to explain that, the higher intelligence, the creative intelligence that's created everything, us, the planet that we live on, that force, some people call it God. That force
could now be making circles in fields.
Could be using creative forces through its agents, and they could well be planetary forces, meaning natural phenomena.
Okay.
There is evidence to say that there are a lot of gravitational magnetic forces in play, but we don't say that is the actual source of it.
All right, Carol, thank you. It's very interesting. Thank you. Do you think it's a coincidence that there haven't been any crop circles since the outbreak of foot and mouth?
I don't know that it's coincidental, but there's two reasons. That is a possibility. If we're talking about an intelligence, it's possible. A higher intelligence is possible. Right. It's just possible.
But it's possible
that they know that this is not a good time to be planting circles, but also we've had terribly bad weather, and the crop, which I think is more likely, the crop just isn't mature enough.
But there is a chance that the aliens could have seen that we've got a foot and mouth outbreak and decided this year to hold off on making crop circles. Perhaps the aliens are cloven hoofed.
Well, I don't know about that, but I would suggest that is very reasonable.
What, that they're cloven hoofed?
No, it's a reasonable suggestion that they could be holding off from making circles because of foot and mouth. We're talking about communication here, Richard. There's 11 years of research has showed us, scientific research has showed us, there are very, very strange things going on in our fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, the molecular changes to the seed. That's pretty peculiar. You don't do that with a plank of wood.
Carol, I'm not going to go down this avenue too far, but I know I appreciate what you're saying. Do you think, finally and quickly, I'm going to go outside in a moment, but do you think that the aliens will get there, or the higher intelligence, as you call it, will they get their act together later this year and make crop circles?
I certainly hope so. Yes, we expect to see some quite soon. I mean, it's
Thank you.
quite plausible.
Thank you very much, Carol Cochrane. Thank you very much. It is a shame. The Prime Minister Minister's been telling people the countryside is open. It's a shame that message hasn't got to the aliens and to higher intelligence.
Well...
I'm going to go and tell... you can pass me the megaphone. Will you come outside with me a second? I'm just going to go... The thing is, Carol... I've seen the Prime Minister on the news. He hasn't used the megaphone to tell people up there...
Yes.
...that the countryside is open.
OK. So are you going to...
Most areas are open again. Hello. My name is Richard. If you're listening, I don't know what form you take or how you would listen to this message. I want you to know that the countryside is very much open for business. All areas are open with the exception of the bridle path off the A614 in Bakewell. That remains closed. Otherwise, please come and visit us later this year. Thank you. Carol, do you think... Will that have helped?
I certainly hope so. And if you get a reply, Richard, make sure you let us know.
Yes, I will.
OK?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks very much.
Silly ending. But thank you very much, Carol, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. After the break, we're going to have a look at some political merchandise. The election's underway. We're going to look at chocolate Haigs and Blairs and things like that. Meanwhile, here's how you can win a giant television.
Blair competition, Spud You Look-alike, and you could be the envy of your friend with this massive home cinema system, courtesy of Toshiba. Gather round and enjoy the action on this 40-inch rear projection TV with Dolby Digital surround sound and this latest DVD player too. For your chance of winning, just answer the following question. What is the name of the famous film festival held in France? A. Cannes, B. Tin, or C. Beaker? And call 0900 122 9900 with your answer.
You've got the look of love. Walk on by.
The Look of Love is the Burt Bacharach collection. 50 legendary songs from the original melody maker. The Look of Love.
Mom, I scored!
Fantastic!
Jane got the ball. Ran down the side.
When you've more important things to concentrate on, one new Ariel Liquid Tab is the simplest way to clean.
Ran past the defender and went for the goal.
Ariel Liquid Tabs dissolve completely and clean brilliantly.